And by the way, that's Germany's Peter Richter up in the chair, umpiring this match. The timing perhaps just a little off. It certainly was last night. She rode an absolute roller coaster in her singles match, which went to 3 sets. She rocked and swayed from the mediocre to the brilliant for most of that match. That's out.
Yes.
Well, the speed of these balls have just increased in the women's game over the last couple of years, and I think it's safe to say that that was thanks to the Williams sisters. They really raised the bar, the level of pace.
Yes,
in the women's game, if the rest of the field was to match them, they just had to beef up the ground strokes, and that's what they've done.
Well, Stephen, it doesn't seem that long ago since people would express surprise at 1 or 2 women's players who revealed that they travelled and practiced with male hitting partners. It was really shock horror. That was only about 10, 15 years ago. And of course now, it's strange to find a player who isn't doing that. Oh, just inside. She loves that left-hand side.
Yeah, standing inside the baseline. Loves to take advantage of any second serve. Such a weapon. That serve looked long, but
it certainly did, Stephen.
Venus is now going to question it. Yeah, doesn't look too happy about that. So let's see what Venus does again on this second serve. Already standing in close.
Oh, she gobbles it up. And can't take advantage of what was a great opportunity. That was really a wonderful return, but the game has gone to Kuznetsova, and she trails 1-2 in the first set. Stephen, you're right about that previous call. It seemed long, but we've already seen calls like that throughout the tournament since Wednesday. And to be honest, really, who'd be a line judge?
Since wicket, please. Thank you.
Well, keep an eye on the crowd if they have close-ups. We saw pop star Coco Lee in the stands last night.
Great swinging serve by Venus, pulling Svetlana way out of screen. That's double fault number 2 for Venus. Quite strange. It's a calm day looking at the flags at the top of the stadium. There's no wind about. The only excuse I can really give them is maybe they don't play that many tournaments under lights outdoors, and maybe some of the lighting is just putting them off slightly. But you would have thought they had played under enough conditions to not worry about that. That's another one. A late call, but a good call. And a couple of errors, 2 double faults and a wayward forehand. Gives Kuznetsova double break point. This to break back, draw back even, 2 games all.
And Kuznetsova did so well to even get a racket on that previous serve. And the Russian can't come up with the winner. And Williams stays alive in this game.
30-40.
Well, she gave herself a chance. One of her weapons is her speed. And that's a family trait, as you mentioned earlier, coming from a world-class cycling family. But it seems like she's made the right choice. Father said, try a different sport, go for tennis. Financially anyway, I'm sure at the similar level, tennis would be more financially rewarding than cycling.
Well, that was definitely out. I don't think she's complaining, Stephen. She's won nearly $3 million in prize money alone. And of course, you can top that up considerably with sponsorships, endorsements, etc. Juice. So a great escape act from Venus Williams. Can she keep it up? Another double.
Well, the game of tennis, it changes so quickly. There was a time where when Hingis was on, Martina Hingis was on the circuit, and she was winning matches left, right and centre, seemingly unbeatable. Then all of a sudden the Williams sisters came, and we thought, wow, overpowering. And there was a stage where I think we went through about 7 Grand Slams in a row where one of the Williams sisters was in. I mean, Serena won 4 Grand Slams in a row, and that was straight after.
And of course, we had a run of Grand Slams where they were playing each other.
Exactly. And we thought, wow, that's going to be domination for the next 5 or 6 years. But an injury here, or just all of a sudden the Russian Revolution, and it's all a new ball game. And we're seeing here Venus struggling a little on serve, something that we would not have seen 2-3 years ago.
It's the world of injuries is just such a lottery, Stephen, as we've seen over the years. Players riding on a wave of confidence. They can seem unbeatable, and then an injury can come out and grab the best of them at any time. Some great careers finished early due to serious injury.
And the way Svetlana slides to those balls, I'm quite impressed with that. It's very hard to slide on hard court, but it just shows you how she is. She can be quite light on her feet. She demonstrates very good footwork and just knows how to shift the body weight gently onto the shoes, not to stop abruptly. And I think that's going to prevent her from getting too many injuries. You know, touch wood. That's the way you want to be. You don't want to be too hard on your stopping and your starting day in, day out.
Jim Courier, the 4-time Grand Slam champion, had to retire at the age of 26 because of just the sheer physical toll on his body. Just couldn't take it anymore, and that was more to do with the style of play that he'd always had for those years, and it seemed like only a matter of time.
Well, he was the pioneer of the grueling
grunge
offensive
tennis
player with that baseball style backhand and the run around inside out forehand. An aggressive counterpuncher if you could have such a player.
Yes, the list is almost endless. Miroslav Micic, also at the age of 26, was one of the world's top players. Suddenly had to quit with a severe back injury. Ivan Lendl, even that's what finished his career, severe back injury. And going back even further, Ivan Lendl's coach, Tony Roach, one of the greatest Australian players ever, his career finished early because of a serious elbow injury.
Oh, lovely backhand by Svetlana, but Venus is there. Oh, the opening was there. She knows it.
That should have been the point of the match for Venus Williams.
Well,
Advantage, Kuznetsova.
Unbelievable she was able to stay in it for so long.
Yeah, catching that volley a little bit late. She'd prefer to hit that way in front of her.
Use.
And just when she needs it, she pulls out a big first serve.
You really get the feeling Lady Luck is eventually going to decide the fate of this game. Poised at deuce. The fourth game of the first set.
Kuznetsova stretching a little. Still warming up.
Advantage, Kuznetsova.
Well, it's Venus Williams hanging on by the skin of her teeth in this game, not the other way around.
These two players, they met twice last year. First up back in February 2004. That's when Svetlana beat Venus.
2 games all.
Double fault hands the break to Kuznetsova, and we're level at 2-all first set.
Well, that was really a must game actually for Svetlana. I mean, if your opponent's going to serve 5 double faults in one game and you can't break serve, then that's a waste of a huge opportunity. But she doesn't have to worry about that. She did break, so we're back even at 2 games all. And then in April 2004, Venus Williams got revenge and beat Svetlana. I think it was in the 3rd round.
It was a great return, but she couldn't get it the second time. Kuznetsova is playing the defending champion here at Victoria Park. Venus Williams has been in Hong Kong many times before at this very intimate stadium, which holds around about 3,500 spectators.
A great change up there by Kuznetsova,
30.
displaying that she has the ability to serve and volley, and not doing too much on that second volley, knowing that Venus was always going to struggle to get there.
40.
And that's what I like about this Russian player. The variety in her game certainly give her the potential to climb up the world rankings even further. Currently ranked 5. As Venus is not to be outdone, she will also take the net when given a chance. Seeing this high looping ball. Drive volley into the open court. Great deep return by Venus. Really read that serve. Was onto it early. Catching it in front. Feeding off the pace of Svetlana's serve. Yeah, double fault again.
Deuce.
Calls are coming in pretty slow tonight. Central umpire Peter Richter having to enforce the call on a few occasions.
Well, that's been the pattern over the past few nights. A lot of directing of ball boys and ball girls going on as well. That was opened up nicely.
Such a beautiful forehand when she's
Advantage.
given time to set up. This first one a little bit rushed, but the second one really made no mistake.
Again, Kuznetsova. She leads by 3 games to 2.
Pretty straightforward. 3-2, first set.
It's tennis's ultimate mixed team tournament, the Hopman Cup.
Oh, what a pass.
8 of the world's leading tennis nations battle it out from the Burswood Dome. The Hopman Cup final, tonight at 10, Fox Sports 2.
The South Africans have kicked off 2005 with all guns blazing.
But he smashed that away.
Graham Smith's men have finally found some form, and they'll be riding high on victory. The English will have to look high and low for answers if they don't want to get caught napping in Johannesburg.
Well, what about that?
Tied 1-1. It's all to play for. The fourth test starts Thursday, 7:30, Fox Sports 2.
You know what? I reckon having only one Australia Day, not enough. So I'm getting right behind Australia Month at Holden. It's 31 days, chock-a-block full of fantastic deals. Like new Commodore Lumina with over $5 grand of extra value, including air and 17-inch alloys. But Australia Month must end by Australia Day. So hurry! Holden means a great deal to Australia. I think I can see John Howard mowing his lawn.
My oldest friend. My east. My west side. My private side. My heartbreak. My heartbeat. My life happens here. My card is American Express.
January on Fox Sports. 2 live games a week heading into the finals, including the All-Star Game, live from Townsville.
Oh, yeah.
That's NBL in January on Fox Sports.
Seats quickly, please. Thank you.
That looked good.
Arantxa Sanchez-Vicario, obviously now the coach of Svetlana Kuznetsova. That's why she's here watching this match. And when she was in her heyday, she has a former ranking of #1 in singles and doubles. She was a great tactician. She was up against the Navratilovas and the Steffi Grafs of the time. And those were the players with the power. Arantxa Sanchez actually often criticized for doing moon balls at times and slicing and dicing, but basically she didn't have the power game, so she had to obviously get the points through other means. And I think she teaming up with Svetlana is going to be a great combination. Svetlana's got the speed, got the power, developing a volley game.
Venus Williams perhaps a little thankful that that ball didn't come rocketing back.